My name is Rory Houlihan. I ran for U.S. Senate last spring 2016 to stop the ticking time bombs so I could put our economy on track for a bright new day instead of all things ending. Now making plans on running for office in 2018, but I still need to tell. So let me educate you on the ticking time bombs and give you the rest of the story. Part 8D, absolute rights, is a highway to hell. Bill O'Reilly calls those who do massacres the loons. Not our loons, Bill. Understand also, to do nothing is to support more and more gun carnage for our future, a great future for our kids. The Big C conservative gun lobby says that any government action is a slippery slope, which will end the government with the government seizing everyone's guns. But as I see, that doing nothing is also just as slippery a slope, and we'll end up with big conservative government taking the guns away. Two, as Hitler did to the brown shirts after Hitler gained power. Absolute rights leads to absolute power over you. The unbalanced Second Amendment is getting folks used to thinking in absolute rights. Now, yet, thanks to the Second Amendment being a check and balance law of a well-regulated, balancing shall not be infringed for over 200 years, despotism never happened. Gun owners' rights were preserved. Our Constitution was preserved. Let me put the Second Amendment simply. Liberals and moderates believe in all of the Second Amendment, and conservatives narrow to take. Conservatives believe in some of the Second Amendment and not all of the Second Amendment. Conservatives make the Second Amendment an absolute right for the powerful and the bad guys to have. Remember, despots have absolutely all the power because they have all the rights. No laws, no rights, no regulations, no protections, no government agency to protect, no cop to protect. That sets up a predator to prey relationship in which the predators get all the rights and the prey gets none. So Big C conservative organizations are leading our country into despotism as Russian-born atheist Ayn Rand envisioned. Remember, think Link, like Remington to replace millions of Model 700 rifle triggers, or this Link, Remington under fire, or this Link, Remington under fire, the reckoning. The Big C conservative organizations like the Cato Institution and the Randians' Rights with No Duties Federal Society created this imbalance in the 2004 Heller case. Conservatives, talking heads, shall not be infringed. Absolute rights guys like Bill O'Reilly say just accept this reality of more and more massacres. This is the price of freedom. Violent nuts are allowed to roam free until they do damage. No matter how threatening they are, the Second Amendment is clear that Americans have a right to arm themselves to protect even the loons. Sorry, Bill. First off, the first idea in the Second Amendment is a well-regulated and not shall not be infringed until conservative Federalist judges on the Supreme Court overrode 200 years of precedents. Originalism, the Federalists call it. Sometime in the foggy past, before the U.S. Constitution was even written, everyone, including loons, had a divine right to own a gun. Defending oneself is different than owning a gun. There are many ways to defend oneself. Using the written word is one. As for me, I believe that Jesus Christ is coming. I remember that what Jesus did as one of his last acts. I believe you can read about it in Matthew 26, 51 to 52. And behold, one of them which were with Jesus stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote off his ear. Then Jesus said unto him, Put up thy sword into its place, for all that take the sword shall perish with the sword. Imagine Jesus Christ coming to America in the not so far future, and everyone is packing a gun. That is the real slippery slope we are on. You have armed security guards standing outside our churches, synagogues, mosques, and public buildings. Would Jesus Christ wonder what happened? What went wrong, maybe? What would be your answer to Jesus? Well, we were all told we needed to be more and more conservatives, so we followed. We were told government couldn't do anything by those conservatives, so we did nothing, and things just got worse and worse. This was the price of freedom, we were told. I was just following what these good conservatives were telling me to do. What would Jesus say to us Christians? You fruitless fig trees? Maybe might be too nice. Didn't you read my book? Do you know what's in the Bible? Do you know that only 2% of professed Christians are Bible literate according to the Baptists? Would Jesus sound more like this? I told you to be moderate in all things. I said this like 2 days before conservative Jewish leadership put me to death. You have read my Mark, right? I told you not to become like the Pharisees, Levites, and Sadducees, and you follow them. You have become fruitless fig trees. You look good, you smell good, but you bear no fruit. Everyone is packing now is proof of your fruitlessness. This world is hell. I don't know you. As I've said over and over, if we continue on this highway to hell, I see a day that when everyone will have to have a gun. Everyone will have to know how to shoot a gun, and everyone will be packing. That will be a sad day, a sad, sad day for the U.S. From historic evidence, we won't be any safer. More likely, we will be far less safe again from our own history. All you have to do is watch our westerns. Bad guys victimize the town folks. Good guys with guns come. Shooting and violence occur. Good folks get killed along with the bad guys and some good guys. One good guy runs off into the sun and said, Yippee-ki-yay. If this day comes, we Christians will be fruitless fig trees to Jesus, just like the Jewish leadership was in Jesus' day. And no rapture for us. Forget that rapture bus. Jesus makes that clear. You will be banging on my door and I will answer. I don't know you, and close my door. I believe Jesus in Jesus Christ. I was taught that belief is internal, but faith is external. Faith without deeds means nothing. Faith with deeds means everything. This article is an act of faith in Jesus and in you good folks. You have a good and blessed day.